Hello, Frugal Force. This is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and today I'm going to be talking about the Silencer from the New Age of Heroes line, issue number 18. As you see the spectacular cover here, as the rain pours down on our hero, the Silencer. The rain pours down on us as well. This issue is titled Ordinary Life, and unfortunately is the last issue of this series. If you're not familiar with my channel, you wouldn't know, but if you are familiar with my channel, you would know that I think this series really went under the radar. This is quite a good series that just didn't get enough hype, and it didn't get enough attention. Yes, it's went through some different artists and different writers, but it has been relatively solid with all issues. Yes, it had some peaks and troughs, but overall, it was pretty good. In this issue, the storytellers are V. Ken Marion and Dan Abnett. And so there we go. That's our writer and artist, and the inks was Sandu Flora, which I probably tore to pieces. Mike Spencer for colors, and Tom Napolitano, whatever, for letters. I am sorry there, just not good. The cover there, that really cool cover was John Romita Sr. Drawing cover there, and I think it was quite good. It really, it's raining on this character. This character has had not a long enough run, right? This is one of those from the New Age of Heroes that I wish could have been saved, but unfortunately it's not. So here we have on the first page here, there's no place like home, and this place is no home anymore because the Silencer is moving. Because if you've been following the series, bad things happen at the home, and so it's time for them to get out. So Honor, or Silencer, is packing up her family and moving to Ohio. But first, for her family's safety, she needs to get information on Leviathan, which has gone mysteriously dark. So after all the chasing and all going after her, everything's gone dark, and this is not going to be an easy task. And so that's what the main part of this issue is. This is a closure issue here. We get to see more of, and some good closure with the supporting cast members. And I think this issue did a really good job bringing that closure with the supporting cast, with her family. You really get to see that. And that's one of the things that I find is really interesting here. We get to see some great family interaction, proving again that heroes don't have to be single to be interesting. Joke with that, huh? Good old Spider, because he got divorced. He was all pissy, ruined Spider-Man, and comes with this idea that heroes can't be married because it's not interesting. Well, newsflash, maybe you can't write an interesting married character. It does make me wonder how well Marvel really understands relationships. When you look at most of their writers and how they act and the kinds of things that they write, it makes you wonder how long they've been single and how they really know nothing much about the family dynamic. But the writing here does. This writer definitely seems to know some about the family dynamic. So we have them, they're all packing up, and that's great, as this issue is packing up well too. As I said, this issue provides some great closure. But anyway, so the story segues then into the Silencer going and checking in on to see what she can find about Leviathan to make sure her family's safe. They've beefed up, so she goes to this what used to be like a storefront for these mercenaries and things like that to go to. She notices they've beefed up security and things of that nature. She's trying to get the information, and of course it's not too easy. It's going to take a little more work than that, but I don't want to give all the information on that. I want you to actually hopefully read this series and read this comic book yourself. The very last page, I think, does an absolutely excellent job of wrapping up the story in this series. So this particular issue had some great character dynamics. It had some action in it, and it ultimately has great closure. This issue provides closure and keeps the possibility open for more issues of the Silencer or seeing more of this character, who knows, in other books in the future, but yet still manages to respect all the characters and provide a satisfying closure. The artwork is good, the story is good. If this is a book that you've been skipping, I would recommend not skipping it, going and reading it. Now, granted, do I recommend going and reading this if you haven't been reading the series? Probably not, because it won't have the impact on you and it won't have the meaning on you. But if you've been reading The Silencer, maybe you've taken a break from it for a little bit and missed a couple issues, I recommend going back and picking them up. This last issue is truly a good one. I think it does an excellent job showing you some insight on all the characters and leaves it really at the very end with a solid statement. Overall, I don't think you can go wrong on this issue. I don't think you could have went wrong on this series, and I wish more people would have given it some attention. This is issue number 18, the last issue of The Silencer, and in my opinion, that saddens me because I really enjoyed it. All right. So overall review, well, I have to give this one a split kind of review, because if you've never read The Silencer, I can't see how this issue would be for you, and you'd probably only give it maybe a C. But if you've been reading The Silencer, I would give this issue an A. I definitely think it does its job, and it does it well. And by the way, if you think I do my job and I do this job well, please be sure to hit like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I would really appreciate your support. Little Frugal, The American Dream, and I, our family, we'd all greatly appreciate it. Also, if you feel that you are in the position that you can help even more, we would greatly appreciate it. We have a Patreon down below where you can join for as little as $1 a month, where you get some special Patreon-only videos, Patreon messages, sometimes some questions. I give Frugal Force random prize giveaways where I just pick somebody out at random from the list. Maybe Little Frugal or something gives me a number and I pull it off on the spreadsheet, and that's who gets some special gifts sent their way. Also, if you don't like Patreon or you don't really want to support monthly and you just want to give a one-timer, there's a couple ways to do that too. We have a Streamlabs link down below for a one-time donation. Or if you like merch, you can click on our Captain Frugal merch link, and there's shirts, hats, clocks, anything like that I put to the lowest price point that they allow. And we greatly appreciate any help that you can. One of the best ways is just spread the word of this channel. We greatly appreciate it. And leave comments below. What did you think of this series? Do you like it? Is this one that you wish would have went on, or did you think it stayed long enough and it was time to go? You think I'm crazy and you hate this issue? Hey, I want to know what your thoughts are. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until next time, keep it frugal.